Hi guys, this is Eunice, and I'm making this video today to talk to you about my rose water here. This rose water is really good. It's really sweet. It has like raw honey in it to take off some of the rose taste, but it is pretty good. And I'm just going to give you an update. Well, not an update, but just give you some information about the rose water. Rose water has anti-aging property. It has reduced the wrinkles. It lightens dark spots, and it tightens pores. It also has relieved stress, depression, and actually it enhances your mood. I have been drinking about maybe 3 bottles since I made this rose water, and you can also find the rose water on my website at www.shawhealinggarden.com. okay, also too, rose water helps help with colds, flus, sore throats, and it is also packed with A, B, and C and D and E vitamins. So, and it has it boosts our immune systems, and it has an anti-inflammatory properties which are great for our system. So yeah, I love this rose water, and like I said, I drink maybe like 1 bottle a week, and I drink like 1 bottle a week. And I do that because this is I think it's going to be like $3.95, and based on the information that I just gave you, this is actually what you have all in this 1 bottle. This is packed with vitamin A, B, C, D, and E, and it has anti-inflammatory properties, reduces aging by reducing wrinkles and things like that. So I think it's a little worth something. You know what I mean? Another thing I want to talk to you about is the live plants that I did find in my yard. I think I have now like 3 plants, and I don't know if you can actually call this harvesting out of the wild, whatever, because the plants are actually, the medicinal plants are actually in my yard, and I just found them in my yard, and I did use my plant finder to help me to identify the plants, because when I was in school, I didn't actually go to do herb walk, and I learned about plants from the books and so forth. But the books are not like you just, you know, touching, feeling, and looking and holding the plants and so forth and all that. And so when I discovered I had a couple medicinal herbs in my yard, needless to say, I was over the roof. So I'm going to show you these plants. This here is what is called the Pennyworth. It's actually aka Gotcha Cola. And all I do is come out here and pick up these plants. I get my little scissors to come out here and just pick these up. So I'm going to take you over to another couple plants that actually just grow in this yard, and I never even noticed it before. So I'm like over the moon with that. Again, some of the plants that I'm growing, I had to block because I didn't want the guy that does the yard cut them down, and I thought that they was cutting my Gotcha Colas down, but they're not cutting them down because or they cut some of them down, but they haven't cut enough down that I can't, you know, get a full batch and so forth. And I'm going to try to pronounce this plant here. This here is the Oxalis. It's Oxilas. And these are also medicinal plants that, and you see here, I put this fence here because I don't want them coming in and cutting these down. So, and these are another plant here that is also a medicinal plant here and so forth. So I'm trying to preserve these plants to keep them from getting mowed down and all that. So, and you'll see that these are growing rather well, and they look like a 3-leaf clover and everything. And I know that I didn't pronounce that name right, but it's oxala, something like that. I have to hear somebody else pronounce it so in order for me to pronounce it. But it's Oxilas and everything. And again, that was a nice discovery with my plant finder. So I'm still not sure about this plant here, but I've also found this there. And they were saying something about they gave a name and all that. And I'm also trying to preserve that. And all, you know, I'm trying to preserve the plants that I do know and that I am going to use. Matter of fact, the pennyworth that I first showed you, I'm using them for, they actually are Garchicola pennyworth, aka Garchicola. And I'm going to be creating teas with those. And I can buy these plants and so forth from Mountain Rose Herb, and I have. And so, but anyway, this is just, you know, another way so that, you know, I can also have plants and so forth. It's also just allow these plants that are here to continue to grow and flourish. Well, you know, I can't go anywhere without showing you the garden, the plants that I've actually did from the seeds. And I came back yesterday to label them because the little label thing that I had were destroyed and everything. So I had to, because I still would not know which is which if I don't put a label on them just yet. Because like I said, I learned from a lot of plants through the books, but now I'm learning a lot of plants through actually seeing, touching, and all that. And I also have a plant finder to help me, you know, not go wrong. Well, here's some catnips here, and look how big they're getting and so forth. They are really, really growing, and I did these from seeds. Now, if you can see, the time here is just now wanting to come out. So I'm glad of that. And this here is basil here, and it's just finally now popping out the seeds. And this one here is the sage, and it's coming out pretty good. And of course the cilantro is really, 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 really doing good. It was the first plant, the seed that first, you know, started just springing out and all that. And I got no cantaloupes yet, but as you can see, these leaves are getting big, and I may have something eventually from this. And of course the aloe vera is doing good, not hardly to say about that. Now this plant here, I have to get some more soil before they go bad, because they're in low and they need to be up higher to get the sun. And also the little roses on them and so forth are not blossom as they were doing. So I have to really get some stuff and get them up so they can actually get the sun. Because you see the leaves in the bottom here are shrinking because they're in a dark place, and I don't want this plant to die. Now finally I got some hope and some life of the lavenders right there. So they're finally sprouted up and all that, and I actually need to bring them up some more as well. I ran out of potting soil, and this is the reason why these two are like that, because I had to share some of the soil and everything. I'm going to correct that today. And also, so You seen the rosemary. I don't even have to show you that. It's doing well. I bought that as a whole plant. And the aloe vera was actually given to me from my neighbor. But everything else I planted here. And again, the pennywort, aka Gotcha-Cola. I just noticed that they grow here. And the oxalis also grows here. I think those other green plants that I showed you are holywood, and they are also medicinal plants. And like I said, I'm blocking them off so that they can, can be preserved and not be chopped down. You know? So I'm just like so ecstatic about, finding at least 3 plants in my own yard, in my own space, that I can actually use as a medicinal herb. And so it's a good day out here. I'm in Florida, and I love this weather. We're going to have another hopeful warm week here from the weatherman and all that. And because I'm in Florida, that's one of the reasons I didn't think that I was going to actually, have access to any herbal plants. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm in Florida. Where am I going to get an herbal plant? How am I going to get my hands dirty, get out there in the yard and, harvest some plants and, And I got lucky with finding the plant finder. And so it does all the work with identifying the plants for me so that I can do the research on them and to see if they are something I can use, which I did. And so I have 3 plants. Like I said, 3 plants that I can use as herbs. And I may find more. I think the birds, they say birds bring seeds and things like that all over the place. And they be dropping seeds and things like that. And so you don't never know what you actually going to eventually sprout up in your yard. So thanks to the birds, thanks to the birds. Okay, well, this is the end of my tour. And go to my website, get you some of that rose water. It is really good. Like I said, I have drank 3 bottles so far and everything. And it's an acquired taste as well, so I won't tell you that it tastes really, really good. Cause even though it's sweet, you can still taste the rose. It tastes, I guess this, anyway, it tastes like roses, and it is sweet, but it does have all that medicinal benefits, health benefits and things like that. And it is sweet with the raw honey, and with the raw honey you have some health benefits right there as well. So you're getting like a 2 for 1. All right, thanks, bye.